The easy homebuyer. Why trust matters more than ever in today's real estate market. Selling a home can look simple from the outside. A seller receives an offer, signs papers, and moves on. In reality, the decision often comes with pressure, money concerns, family needs, repairs, deadlines, and uncertainty about whom to trust. For homeowners in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and nearby communities, those questions have become more important as the real estate market continues to change. Higher costs, shifting buyer expectations, repairs, financing delays, and listing expenses can turn a home sale into a difficult process. The easy homebuyer has built its work around a direct idea. Homeowners need more than an offer. They need clear information, honest communication, and practical options before making one of the largest financial decisions of their lives. Founded in 2019 by Chad Young, the company operates as a full-service real estate company focused on helping homeowners sell houses quickly, including properties that may need repairs or do not fit the traditional listing process. Its work in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene has placed the company in conversations with thousands of sellers and led to hundreds of local home purchases and renovations. That experience has shaped how the company approaches trust. In a market where speed often gets attention, the easy homebuyer emphasizes transparency, education, and problem-solving that may not be available through a standard listing. Why homeowners need clear guidance. Many homeowners begin the selling process with a limited understanding of the true cost and timeline. A house may appear ready for the market, but the sale can still involve repairs, concessions, fees, commissions, taxes, and months of waiting. According to the company's leadership, one of the most common mistakes sellers make is not knowing the numbers or the timeline before deciding. A traditional listing can take 3 or 4 months. Depending on the property and market conditions, sellers may also face closing costs, agent commissions, excise taxes, and buyer concessions. Those costs can surprise homeowners who are already under pressure. For some sellers, the gap between what they expected and what they actually keep can reach tens of thousands of dollars. This is one reason trust matters. A homeowner cannot make a sound decision without a clear view of the options. That includes understanding what a traditional listing may require, what a cash offer may solve, and what trade-offs come with each path. Trust starts before the offer. The easy homebuyer describes its approach as one rooted in listening before solving. Team members ask questions about the homeowner's situation, desired outcome, timeline, and concerns before suggesting a path forward. That process matters because no two sellers are in the same position. Some need speed because of relocation, inherited property, foreclosure risk, or financial pressure. Others may have a house that needs major repairs. Some want to avoid the public listing process. The company says it presents different paths when appropriate, including a quick cash sale, a traditional style listing, or an accelerated listing program. The goal is to help homeowners compare choices instead of pushing every seller toward one answer. The most important part of trust is not telling homeowners what they want to hear. It is giving them enough information to decide what fits their life. When creativity solves real problems, not every home sale can be solved through a simple cash offer. Some homeowners have little equity. Others may face loan balances, repairs, taxes, or personal circumstances that make a traditional sale difficult. The easy homebuyer has used creative purchase structures in some situations, including loan takeovers and seller finance transactions. These arrangements are not right for every seller, but they show why experience matters in complicated housing situations. In some cases, a homeowner may not have enough equity to sell without bringing money to the table. A loan takeover may allow the buyer to assume responsibility for the debt and continue making payments, giving the seller a path out of the property. In other cases, seller financing may help address concerns around tax burden. This is where trust and technical knowledge meet. Creative solutions require careful explanation. Sellers need to understand what they are agreeing to, what the benefits are, and what risks they should consider. Trust grows when a company slows down enough to make those details clear. Avoiding costly mistakes. Real estate decisions can become expensive when sellers act without complete information. A homeowner may list a property, wait months, reduce the price, agree to concessions, and still end up returning to the same problem. For houses with major repairs, the challenge can be even greater. Roof issues, sewer problems, outdated systems, damage, and code concerns can affect buyer interest and financing. A seller may spend money preparing a house for market without knowing whether the investment will produce the expected return. The easy homebuyer works in a part of the market where many homes need attention before they can serve a new family. The company's renovation experience gives it a practical view of repair risk, buyer expectations, and local property conditions. A trustworthy professional should be willing to discuss when a traditional listing may make sense, when a faster sale may be better, and when a seller should seek more than one opinion. The easy homebuyer says it encourages homeowners to do their own research and compare offers. That advice respects the homeowner's role in the decision. Trust is not built by controlling information. It is built by making information easier to understand. The role of values inside the company trust with homeowners depends on what happens inside the business. The easy homebuyer points to mission, vision, and values as part of its regular team culture. Company leaders say staff members review these principles multiple times a week. They also recognize employees when their actions reflect the company's values. This creates a shared standard for how decisions should be made, especially in situations that are not simple. In real estate, ambiguity is common. A seller may be under pressure. A property may have hidden issues. A transaction may require patience and clear communication. Values help guide how a company responds when the answer is not obvious. For the easy homebuyer, that internal alignment is tied to homeowner advocacy. The company has grown to more than 20 staff members, according to its company materials. As a company expands, consistent communication becomes more important. Homeowners need the same level of care whether they speak with a founder, buyer, coordinator, or team member handling paperwork. Community trust is built over time. The easy homebuyer's work is also connected to neighborhood change. The company began after Chad and Bree Young moved from the cleaning business into buying and renovating homes. Their earlier company gave them experience in restoring difficult spaces and seeing a finished result. That background influenced the way they viewed real estate. Renovating a neglected home can help one seller move forward, but it can also affect a street, a block, and the families who live nearby. The company says it has closed on more than 600 houses locally and has met with thousands of sellers over the years. Its materials describe a mission tied to improving the area through renovation and resale. In markets like Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, community trust is not built through one transaction. It is built through repeated experiences, visible work, and the way a company handles difficult situations. Homeowners remember whether they felt pressured or heard. Neighbors notice whether neglected properties are repaired or ignored. Employees understand whether leadership values short-term sales or long-term reputation. A better standard for homeowner communication. Today's sellers have more options than past generations. They can list with an agent, sell directly to an investor, explore creative structures, or compare multiple services online. More choices can help homeowners, but only when those choices are explained clearly. The easy homebuyer operates in a market where trust has to be earned through education and follow-through. Its approach shows why communication is now one of the most important parts of real estate service. For homeowners facing pressure, the right professional relationship can make the process less confusing. It can help them avoid costs they did not expect. It can help them compare timelines, understand trade-offs, and move forward with more confidence. Why trust remains the real advantage. Homeowners will still want to know who is listening, who is explaining the numbers, and who is willing to give honest guidance before asking for a signature. They will still need professionals who understand that a house is often tied to family, stress, memory, money, and the next stage of life. For the easy homebuyer, trust is not treated as a marketing phrase. It is reflected in the questions asked before an offer, the options explained during the process, and the values repeated inside the company. In a market where many sellers feel rushed, that kind of approach gives homeowners something practical and important: room to make a clearer decision.